Hi guys, today I'm doing a video all about my eyebrows. They're not on right now, which makes me feel really weird and naked, but I'm going to show you a few different methods that I do my brows because I like to use Anastasia dip brow, I like to use brow powder, I like to use pencil sometimes for different occasions. So I'm going to show you all the different ways I do it because I feel like I have a bit of a different worldview when it comes to the brows. So I'm going to show you the different ways to do it. I guess mostly on a daily basis, just out of ease. I really like this Elizabeth Arden brow pencil. I love it actually. I have one that's a bit more ashy, but this one's called Brownette. But yeah, this is the Elizabeth Arden Beautiful Color brow pencil in Brownette. One side has a thingy, spoolie, and I use that to brush the hairs up and out, in the direction that they're going to go, because I don't want to shade my brows in a spot that I don't really need to. I personally prefer to just fill in gaps and make them look as natural as possible. So my brow philosophy is to make my eyebrows look as natural as possible. So that's on an everyday basis, that is. At nighttime sometimes I go a bit more dramatic, but yes. When I'm trying to do a natural eyebrow, you want to be able to mimic the look of natural hairs, because unless you want it to look like a big black snake is climbed on your face, brows by definition are little strips of hairs on your face. That is just a little quote of wisdom from Lauren Curtis's Twitter a while ago. And what I like to do is take a very thin brow pencil. Don't like regular brow pencils because they usually got a really fat pencil, and it's who designed that? Because I don't want to draw a big crayon on my face. I want a nice fine brow. So what I do is I usually start here at the arch, because that's the bit that doesn't match up, and I just sort of lightly flick through the arch of my good brow because I want to make the good one look good first, and then I match the other one to it. And that good brow is already looking pretty good to me. You can still see the hair, still looks like a natural brow, no one could tell. And then I've got to tackle the shit younger sister. Maybe it's the older sister. I don't know. I have to ask my mum which side of my head came out first. But even them up and then fill in any gaps, just make them a little bit darker because they're quite sparse, so they look lighter compared to my hair, which is dark. And then as I get toward the head of the brow, I sort of stop doing anything really and just make it look really nice and light. If you want, you can make them look nice and sharp by just doing the edges really lightly like that. But I usually put my fingers through it so you can't see any lines. Sorry if this is an awkward silence, but my brows deserve attention. And then for the tail, I just sort of flick it through the tail. And if it's gotten too heavy, just take a foundation brush and dust it through to soften it out again. And that's pretty much what I would do. If you've made any boo-boos, get a concealer brush that has a small amount of concealer on it. Yes, this is a lip brush, but what are you going to do? Are you the brush police? Just sort of cleaning it up. Just don't want to be able to see any lines. So that is pretty much an everyday way that I do my eyebrows. And what I like for this, because it's just one pencil, it's got the spoolie on the end, it's so easy to travel with, keep in your handbag, whatever, if I ever go overseas to friends' houses. This is the product that I take, and I have a few colors of it, and the only thing is I think it's going to run out really quick. Twist it up. That's all I have left, and I haven't been using it all that long. And now I'm going to just take my eyebrows off by just doing this. This is my favorite brow. I nurture this brow. That's why whenever you go look at my thumbnails on any of my videos, it's always from this direction. This is my good side and my good eyebrow. Okay, anyways, another way I like to do brows, but a less common way that I do brows is with powder. And still probably the most common product that I use is my Sigma Brow Duo. So now if I'm using powder, what I do is I always take the lighter shade first. Always take the lightest one first because you just want to build up your brows. Again, same method, starting at the arch because that's the bit that gets patchy and looks less natural. And I sort of do the arch first on both. I don't do one brow first and then move to the next one. No, I do them sort of at the same time. At least when I'm doing the arch, because I need them to match. And then flicking lightly through the tail of the brow. Now this product, sorry, this is the wing liner brush from Zoeva, which is amazing. It's so soft and flexible and really precise. It's like really fine. And that's why I like it, because again, mimics the look of natural brows. Now I like using a lighter powder because you can still sort of see the skin, which doesn't hide the natural texture of the brow. So I would actually consider this brow to be done right about now, Funk Soul Brother. Well, I say that and then I go back through the head of the brow. But just put a little bit in it like that. Hooligans, doing the other brow. Just using again the brush to even up the edges, and if you have any areas that you want to make darker, you totally can. Like if I'm going to, I don't know, go out for dinner or something, maybe I'll want to make the arch a bit more defined, or maybe flick out the length a bit more, and I do that with the darker side of the powder. Oh, this one is thicker than the other one. We have a problem, Houston, we have a problem. This always happens, right? So one eyebrow's perfect, and then you do the other one and it gets a bit thicker, and then all of a sudden you gotta make this one thicker, and next minute you've got like Saddam Hussein eyebrows going on. That's like a way that I've done my brows. Again, might take the things through it, and I did just show you varying degrees of intensity of the brows. So these ones I would say are quite intense, but I think they still look pretty natural. Now I will show you how I do it with gel. Oh, that felt really bad, rubbing them off, because those ones came out really well. Especially this one, the Prodigal Brow. Now, another product that I love to use is Dip Brow Pomade from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Yes, this is an awesome product, but I wish it was in a smaller jar because it dries out really easily. You can easily make it new again by putting eye drops in it. Yeah. So again, I like to use my really thin brush. Usually get a little bit on the brush, and then I like hash it backward and forward and sideways and stuff. Always in the same direction as the hair is in the brush, just so that there's not much on it and so that the brow bristles are really thin. Starting at the arch, once again, same technique as before. And just using really light strokes, like I'm literally barely touching my hand, I'm like this. And I mainly focus on the edge of my brows these days, because you want the perimeter of it to be defined, like you want the shape to be defined, but I still want you to see that they're hair. My brow is comprised of hair. So I haven't really filled in all the gaps, like I'm not coloring my brow in with like a block texture. I'm just sort of using it around the edges to enhance the general shape, and then filling in any huge gaps. You have to be so careful with this stuff because it's so easy to go block color, you know what I mean? I pretty much equally love all the effects of my brow techniques. Like I like all of them. I guess it just really depends on my mood, also because like this is waterproof, stays really well in summer when you go out at night and sweating, go to the beach. And then I guess the powders are softer and easier to build up, whereas these ones are kind of more difficult to work with until you practice a bit. And then the pencil's just really like handy to take with you places. And then for the head of the brow, oh, go to this one because I forgot. I'm not even practicing what I preach. And again, like it depends on my mood. Like I could totally feel confident going out, like that's a beautiful brow, if I do say so myself. It's a nice brow the way it is, but when you want it to look perfect and you want an A+ on the brow test, then you do a bit more. And then just going back into the head of the brow, and like as I said, I've hardly taken it in the body of the brow. Okay, that is, I would say, that method done. Brows are the window to the soul. Not really. But holy, that's a forehead. It is literally reflecting light right now. Thank God Rihanna has a big forehead, because I feel like she helped me accept my big forehead. I'm proud of my damn big forehead. It's an advertising space. I could probably make a good amount of money. Would anyone like me to advertise their business on my forehead? If I go like that, it doesn't look as bad. But then I have a double chin. You just can't win. P.S. my bun is defying gravity. Yes. So that is how I do my brows. Now I'm going to show you how not to do your brows. just for a bit of shits and giggles. Why not? Show people how this gets misused. I mean, if you like to wear it like that, then wear it like that. I think that you would look better if you didn't do them like this. Like color in the whole thing. Wowzers! Now, oh my god, I have to show you guys a picture of how I used to do my brows. I'm gonna insert it right here. I just remember getting in the car once and my friend was like, Chloe, did you draw your eyebrows on? And I was like, oh man. And I used to do them really thin and then I'd get the brush and go like this. Oh Jesus. I know that it's not actually that bad, but it just looks so dang fake. And then when you do it like that, it is so hard to make them even. You full need to get like tape measure, you need like a leveler and everything, all these like building tools just to get your eyebrows the same. That brow looks awesome if that's what you're going for, but it still just looks like I'm really angry, and I am angry. That is how I would not do my brows. Holy Frida Kahlo. Alright guys, I'm just gonna fix myself up for the outro because I just can't deal with life right now. Thank you so much everyone for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video on how I do my brows. I feel like I've been putting this off for like years. The last eyebrow video I did was literally like 2 years ago, and my methods and the products that I use have definitely changed. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comments and I'll check you out in my next video on Thursday or Friday.